In this video, I am going to solve review exercise 11A of D4 7th edition, and the topic is probability. So question number 1 from exercise 11A of D4, and that is, in an election with only two candidates, X voters voted for candidate A, while 36 voters voted for candidate B. So the situation is, for candidate A, we have how many voters? We have X voters. And for candidate B, we have 36 voters. So total number of voters are X plus 36, sum of total number of voters. So part 1 is, a voter is chosen at random. So write down the expression for the probability. You need to write down the expression for probability that a voter who voted for candidate A. Okay, you need to write down an expression for probability of a voter who voted for candidate A. Okay. Well, that is equal to the number of voters. I am going to write it over here. Number of voters who voted for A, those voters who voted for candidate A, divided by total number of voters. Total number of voters, that is the basic concept of probability. Number of favorable outcome, mean number of voters voted for the candidate A, divided by total number of outcomes, mean total number of voters. So the number of voters who voted for A are X, while total number of voters are X plus 36. So this is the answer for part 1. And in part number 2, this is given that probability in 1 mean the probability of part 1 mean the probability that a voter who voted for candidate A, the probability for that one is 2/5. Find the value of X. Well, that means the probability for voter of A is X by X plus 36. This is from part 1. This result is from part 1. And now in part 2, they have given us this probability, that a voter will vote for candidate A is 2/5. Mean this value is 2/5, and this is equal to X over X plus 36. So you can find the value of X from here. You can multiply them. So 2 will be multiplied with X plus 36, keeping X plus 36 inside bracket, and 5 will be multiplied by X. So 2 into X is 2X, 2 into 36 is 72 is equal to 5X. We have to find the value of X. Move 2 on the other side. 72 is equal to 5X minus 2X. 72 is equal to 3X. So X will be equal to 72 over 3, which is 24. This is the solution for question number 1. Question number 2 of exercise review exercise 11A says, from D4, that a bag has 5 red marbles and 4 blue marbles, while we have 7 green marbles. So the marbles are identical except for their color, and part 1 is, a marble is chosen at random. What is the probability that it is a blue marble? Well, probability is basically number of probability of any event, If you are talking about right now we're talking about a blue marble. So probability that you choose a blue marble is basically the number of chances of choosing a blue marble. Well, that is number of blue marbles 4. So number of favorable outcome is basically number of outcomes for blue, mean how many blue marbles we have, that is 4, divided by total number of outcomes, that mean total number of marbles. So for part number 1, to have the probability of selecting at random a blue marble, a marble which is blue, is basically your number of favorable outcomes, number of favorable outcomes. Well, favorable outcome means the outcome which we want, and we want an outcome that has blue marble, divided by total number of outcomes, total number of outcomes. Well, this is what we want. So the probability of blue marble is number of favorable mean number of blue marbles, which are how many, 4, divided by total number of outcomes, add all the marbles, 5 red, 4 blue, 7 green, that is 16. So 1 by 4 is the answer for part number 1. Part number 2 is quite interesting. Question number 2, exercise 11A, and it says how many more blue marbles must be added to the bag such that probability of choosing a blue marble, probability of choosing a blue marble, and the formula for probability of choosing a blue marble is number of favorable outcomes, mean number of blue marbles, divided by total number of outcomes, total number of outcomes. Okay, now probability of blue marble is given 1 by 3. So you have the probability of blue marble, number of favorable outcome mean number of blue marbles. Right now the number of blue marbles has now increased. Previously they were 4, but we have added some new marbles. So let's suppose that X are the number of blue marbles that have been added in the bag. Blue marble must be added. So how many blue marbles are being added, you don't know that, and for that you take X, that is a supposition that X are the number of marbles, blue marbles, which are being added in 4 for one previous number of blue marbles. So we have added X more marbles, blue marbles in that, while total number of marbles was 16. While because we have added some blue marbles and we don't know their quantity, so let it as X. So this X will be added in blue marbles because you are adding blue marbles in the bag, and it will be added in the total as well because total is being increased by some amount. Cross multiply 1 into 16 plus X is equal to 3 into 4 plus X. It will become 16 plus X is equal to 4, 3 times 12 plus 3X. Now move 12 on the left side, 16 minus 12 is 4, while X, when it will move on the right side, 3X minus X is 2X. So 4 is equal to 2X and X will be equal to 4 by 2, that is 2. So you have added 2 more blue marbles in the bag. Now part number 3 is how many red or green marbles must be added to the bag such that the probability of choosing a blue marble is 1 by 6. Again we have been given the probability of blue marble. First of all, write down the formula. Probability of blue marble is number of chances of having a blue marble, divided by total number of marbles. Well, do you know the probability of blue marble? 1 by 6. So you have how many blue marbles? How many blue marbles do we have? 4. And what about total number of marbles? Well, that is changed. Initially we have 16. If you will add red, blue and green, you will have 16, but you are going to add red or green marbles, and you don't know that how many red or green are being added. Whatever they are, let them x. Okay, now cross multiply, and this is the addition. The addition will increase total number. Blue is not being added, green or red they are being added, so total will be increased by certain amount which we have to obtain. 16 will plus x will be multiplied by 1, it will be 16 plus x, and 6 into 4 is 24, the cross multiplication. Now from here x will be 24 minus 16, so x will be 8, mean 8 marbles red or green maybe are added in the bag. Then we have question number 3 from the same exercise, revision 11a, and that is a possibility diagram. The faces of a 6-sided die are numbered from 3 to 8. So we have a dice something like this one, okay, and you know that we have 6 faces in that case, like this. So this is suppose 3 to 8, 4, 5, on the back side we have 6, below here below 7, and then in the back side 8. Like this we have a dice numbered 3 to 8. We have 2 dice basically here. So what is happening? What they have told that 2 of such dice are rolled. We roll them, and the resulting product is shown. First of all, this is a possibility diagram, and it is being and the result on the 2 dice, they are being multiplied, mean the score on one die number 1 is being multiplied with the score on the second die. How this 15 is obtained? 3 multiplied by 5 will give you 15. 5 multiplied by 4 gives you 20. So let's complete this diagram. 3 into 3, 9. If you will multiply the score at the top of the 2 die, maybe one die has got 3 at the top, the other one has also got 3 at the top, both have got 3 at the top, so multiply the score. 3 into 3 is 9. So 3 into 4 is 12, 3 into 5 15, 3 into 6 18, 3 into 7 21, 3 into 8 24, 4 into 3 12, 4 into 4 16, 4 5 times, 20, 4 6 times, 24, 4 7 times, 28, 4 8 times, 32, 5 3 times, 15, 5 4 times, 25 5 times, 25 5 6 times, 24 5 7 times, 5 6 times 30. That's why I don't prefer to do it in a hurry. 5 3 times 15, 20, 25, 30, 5 7 times 35, 5 8 times 40, 6 3 times 18, 6 4 times 24, 6 5 times 36, 6 times 36, 6 7 times 42, 6 8 times 48, 7 into 3, 21, 7 into 4, 28, 7 into 5, 35, 7 into 6, 42, 7 into 7, 49, 7 into 8, 56, 8 into 3, 24, 8 into 4, 32, 8 into 5, 40, 8 into 6, 48, 8 into 7, 56, 8 into 8, 64. So we have completed our possibility diagram. That was part number A. So use the diagram in A. This diagram is to be used in part number B, and find the probability that the product is 1. Probability that the product is an odd number. Calculate number of odd numbers here. How many odd numbers do we have? 1, 2, 3. Don't have any. 4, 5 and 6. Okay, we don't have got any odd here. 7, 8, 9. Okay, So how many odd numbers do we have? We have, if I'm not wrong, 9 odd numbers. And how many total outcomes are there? 1 2 3 4 5 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6. That is 36. And you can simplify it. 9 1 time 9, 9 4 times 36. So this is the answer for part number 3, part number A, 1 by 4. This is the probability of having an odd number. Now what about part number 2? We have to find the probability of a number that is less than or equal to 23. Less than or equal to 23. So just count how many numbers are less than or equal to 23. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 means less than or equal to 23. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I'm very careful right now. 11, 12. Okay, if I'm not wrong, we have 12 numbers that are less than or equal to 23, and out of total numbers which are out of total outcomes, this one, these are total possibilities, so that is 1 by 3. 12 1 time, 12 12 3 time 36. 1 by 3 is the answer for this one. Part number 3, we have to find the probability that we have a prime number. So look for prime number. Do we have any? 9 is not prime, 12 no, 15 no, 18 no, 21 24 no. I don't think so we have a prime number. They are multiples. Okay, let's see. 12 no, 16 20 24 28 32 15 20 25 30 35 40 18 24 30 36 42 don't have any prime number. 21 28 35. Do you think we have a prime number over here? 24 32. No, we don't. We don't have a prime number. So when you don't have a prime number, that is 0 out of 36. So answer is 0. And what is part number 4? That is a number that is divisible by 4. Probability of a number, divisible by 14, sorry. So how many do we have divisible by 14? Okay, is it divisible by 14? No, 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 no. Okay, this one, no, divisible by 14, 1. 28 is divisible by 14. Then you have how many? 18 24 30 36. Okay, then 42 divisible by 14. And then you have, up till we have 2. Then we have 42 divisible by 14, 3. 28 divisible by 14, 4 numbers that are divisible by 14. What about 56? So we have 6 numbers which are divisible by 14. 28 is twice, 42 is twice, and 56 is twice. So we have 6 numbers that are divisible by 14 out of total number 36, and you can simplify it. So 1 over 6 is your answer for question number 3 of this exercise. Question number 4 from exercise 11 of D4 7th edition. The probability that Michael oversleeps is 0.3. If he oversleeps, the probability that he takes a taxi to the work is 0.8. Okay, this is given. And if he doesn't oversleep, the probability that he takes a taxi to work is 0.2. Well, you have been given 0.3, 0.8, 0.2, and rest you have to do by yourself. Well, in total, if you are going to have the probabilities of oversleep and doesn't oversleep, then that should be equal to 1. If this is 0.3, then subtract this 0.3 from 1, you will get 0.7. If he oversleeps and the probability that he will take a taxi to work, if this is 0.8, if he oversleeps and then he goes by taxi, the probability is 0.8, then this must be 1 minus 0.8, that is 0.2. And if he doesn't oversleep and he goes by the taxi and the probability is 0.2, then this one is 1 minus 0.2, that is 0.8. Now this is the diagram. They have asked you to use the tree diagram, calculate the probability that Michael takes a taxi to work. Michael takes a taxi to work. Mean this one is your required branch, and this one taxi to work, taxi to work. Now the probability along the branch you multiply the probability. 0.3 into 0.8 will be the probability he oversleeps and takes a taxi. So 0.3 into 0.8, and across the branches you add the probability. So the probability of this branch and this branch will be added. So 0.3 into 0.8 plus 0.7 into 0.2. 0.7 doesn't oversleep, 0.2 takes a taxi. So this is our required outcome, 0.7 into 0.2 for this branch where he is availing the taxi, but he is not oversleep, doesn't oversleep, and this one 0.3 into 0.8 he oversleeps, and then even that he takes a taxi. So for both the cases you have to opt for the taxi to work. Okay, so across, again I am repeating, along the branch multiply the probabilities, across the branches add them. This is along the branch, this is along the branch, but these two are across, then we have to add. So 0.8 into 0.3 0.24, 0.7 into 0.2 is 0.14, add them, 0.38 is the answer for part number 2. So this is solution up to question number 4. Well, the rest of the exercise will be uploaded in the next videos, so keep watching. Thank you so much.